Hi everyone, welcome to the Ren Lunch podcast. I am so excited to talk about something that's been on my mind a lot lately. Becoming your best version this year. I know that you may hear this a lot in different YouTube videos from different YouTubers every single year, again and again and again. But I want to dive deeper in this topic. This isn't about just setting goals, it's about creating a system to achieve them with structure, consistency, and a plan. These three things are the key of everything. These are the three tools you need to achieve anything you want in life and to have that quality of life you're dreaming of. And this is actually something that's been on my mind since a while now, since I got here in Australia. I've been through a lot, and I will do a story time next time about my experience here in Australia. I learned a lot, you guys. It's insane. It was a huge roller coaster, and I was getting so good on track with making content, and I prepared so many things, so many episodes to film for you guys, but I just couldn't do it because I was trapped. And then I realized even more how important it is to have structure in your life, to have a certain routine, so a certain solid foundation in your life that you can kind of bring anywhere you are, and in which, in any situation you are finding yourself, and still be productive and make sure that you're working towards your goals, right? It was an eye-opening situation to be here in Australia, and that's why and when I learned the importance of having structure and planning. And I can tell you everything about it. Not really. I've leaned more towards that creative free flowing of life. I love brainstorming. That's something I really love to do. And I'm going to show you guys in a minute what I really love to do. And it's something I need to dive deeper in that little spectrum. I don't know. And I like to explore ideas. I like to experiment and learn different things. And sometimes it's just getting a lot because I've been in different categories and trying everything out, but I don't go for one thing and stick to that. And there's again where structure can come in handy. So yeah, I basically, long story short, noticed even more since being here in Australia, at the other side of the world, that I kind of lack structure and a routine in my daily life. And I figured out that it could help to get ahead of things and do things differently with less stress and pressure that I'm carrying on my shoulders all the time. And I think this could be also one of the solutions to take away my anxiety. And also because of me lacking structure, I also lack consistency. And this is one thing that I'm struggling with since years by being a content creator. I love creating content. I love making videos. I love talking. I love writing. I love making photos and videos. But one of the reasons that I'm not reaching my goal yet is because I lack consistency. I have the passion. I have the motivation. I have kind of every tool I need to get started, but I just lack consistency. And I think that's one of the main big things that you really need if you have the plan to get somewhere and have the plan to become successful in what you do and all this kind of stuff, right? I know, you guys, structure doesn't sound exciting at first. I was so against it. I was always go with the flow. Still, you can go with the flow, but differently. You just have you just need that solid basis and structure in your life. And from then on, you can just do whatever and see what fits the best for you. For example, you cannot build a solid house that's stable and doesn't fall apart, basically, if you, use all kinds of materials, mix it together, laid in a way that's not really solid, the higher you will go, the bigger the chance is that your house will fall apart, and it will be even more tough to build that house again, right? But if you start with a solid basis at first and really think about the good sizes, the good materials, like qualitative materials, and know the rules and know how you have to lay those bricks, then eventually it's going to be like a little slower, but eventually your house will grow and be built with more stability, and you will be able to build empires, and it will be more solid, right? So it is actually important to have structure and a plan to grow and reach your goals. I feel like so proud of myself, and I feel like I'm getting into a grown woman. I feel like I'm getting into adulthood by talking about structure and planning. I am not there yet, but for me already, like, realizing this may be a problem in my life, and this may be the reason why I'm still like at the place I've not expected to be here still. That's already huge for me. Also, with having a plan, keeps you also focused. If you have a plan, you stick to the plan, and you can stick to your goals, and you will reach your goals way faster. So I'm a very visual person, and I decided to get myself a planner. Okay, but let me tell you my history with planners, okay? I've been trying to work with planners since a few years now, and it always goes like on and off. I was actually very good with planners back in school. Like, we all had this personalized planners from the school, and we had to like all together had to write down our tasks, and when we go home we need to finish this task till the day, like till the next day, or like in a week, and like plan out the tests we will having and all this kind of stuff. And I was so good at planning, and I stick to the plan, and I was always ahead of everything. I was, and still not, don't get me wrong, procrastinate. I've never really procrastinated. I've always been someone that the sooner I get there and the faster I start with the tasks that are less pleasant to do, for example, well, the sooner I'm done and I'm like free, you know. So that's actually really that was really my goal. But now I feel like I'm a little more a procrastinator, even though I'm still not a procrastinator, but more than in time, like back in time. I feel like because I'm like so focused to different things, I kind of like lack consistency with certain tasks, you know, and then I get tired and I'm not planning things well, and then I leave it for a few more days. But eventually I will get there, and eventually I will not leave it for a month or like a week. I know I will do it, but I will be a little faster in saying like, okay, well, you know what, let's do this tomorrow. And so my history now, since I dropped off from school, and I haven't like used a planner in like years after I graduated, then I started again trying to use planners, and I don't know, I felt like I lost the thing. I felt like I couldn't plan anymore. I couldn't be consistent with it anymore. And I've been trying over and over again, and today I decided to give it one more chance, and I gave me like an ultimatum, or like a last chance to make it work with a planner. That's just on me. That's something personal. I really want to make this work. I really want to take this serious, and I really want to be the best version I could ever be this year. Like now, I don't know how to say, like now as a person in my life. And I was like, okay, Ren, get this planner one more time. Be wise with what you are spending your money on, right? And I swear, I said, like, I was in the store and I was talking about these things to myself. I was like, okay, Ren, do you really like this planner? Yes, it's plain, it's black, it has like golden details. I really love it. It's everything I really like. is really my style, and it is screaming success. It is screaming goals. It is screaming structure, and it is screaming reaching your goals. And I was like, okay, take a look, right? So do you like the structure of this planner? Because not all planners are in a good structure, I feel like. Some planners are like just too much. It's like too much, like more than you need, and then you don't get consistent with it because it's just too much, right? And I wanted to make sure I had enough space, so that's why I didn't get like the smaller ones, and the bigger ones were just too big because, you know, I'm traveling and I need to make sure that like I have enough space for everything, right? And I think this one is just perfect. And then I was like, okay, well, we can have it, but promise yourself that you're gonna give this a serious go. Not just like, okay, whatever. No. A serious go. Starting with small little tasks or just what you're doing in the day. Even if it feels like a little weird, it will always feel unnatural because it has always been unnatural for you. It will feel weird and as if it's not in tune with you and how you live your life because you have a lack of it. And it's just all about habit and creating new habits, unlearning bad habits or like unlearning things to learn better ones and get better at it, evaluate as a person. And that's exactly what we want, right? So I was like, okay, I give it one more chance. If you fail and lay this for more than a month aside, you're never gonna buy a planner again and you will need to find another solution eventually. But since I got this promise with myself, I feel like this little healthy pressure with myself, this healthy agreement with myself, and I feel like I'm getting on track. It's not easy. It hasn't been easy. Like you can see, I'm not doing that well. I just wrote like 2 random things. So yesterday I saw my friend Tanya here in Australia, and I wanted to make my podcast. You know, and it's all just about trying to be consistent. It doesn't matter with what you're writing down. It doesn't matter if you are writing it down even like 1 hour before you are planning to see that person or do that thing. It's just the most important now is creating that habit, creating that energy of writing things down and planning things ahead. And so, yeah, I saw Tanya around this time, so I wrote it down. And I wanted to have a podcast after I saw Tanya. Unfortunately, things got in a different way, which is okay, that's fine. But at least I tried, at least I'm trying to be consistent, and at least I wrote something down. The day before, I didn't write something down because I didn't do anything. I was sick, I was sleeping, I wasn't doing well. I just had a break, but actually what I could have done is just like writing down, sorry. I say sorry to my paper. Sorry that I hurt you. I could have written down like doing some chores, doing the dishwasher, cleaning the space. I don't know, just have the habit of writing something down. And also it just feels good. It actually really feels good. It's all about energy. It's all about becoming, you know, and becoming that person that is good at planning and that has a structure. So yeah, I'm very happy that I have this and I really feel good with having this. And this is also giving me insight about my days and what I do. And when I will be looking back at it, I will be like, oh my God, well, that has been a good day. And the good thing about this planner is that every beginning of the month, it also has like some space. Let me show you. Some space by the day that I'm making this video, we are at the end of January. We're getting into February. But yeah, so the good thing about it is that I can write down all my expenses and keep it on track and have like an idea of how much I've spent. And I feel like this is such an important thing since I got here in Australia. Oh my God, I've been spending so much without even knowing it. And I was in Sydney in the hostel for 11 days and I kept on track with everything that I've spent. I didn't have this planner yet, but I kept all the receipts and I had like this shopping bag. And I've put like all the receipts in that one shopping bag. And then I had to like count everything, like paper by paper by paper, and like type it in. And I was like so thankful that I've kept all of the receipts because I didn't realize how much I've spent. And then I had this insight of like, okay, this is also because I was living a little bit chaotic. I was just living whatever, go with the flow. But because of that, I wasn't planning ahead. And I was just like eating out outside every single day from morning till for lunch break and dinner. That was just a lot. And then I was like shopping a little bit here and there. It was just a lot. And so yeah, it opened my eyes and I was like, it would be awesome to have like something where I can like keep on track of every expenses. I know there's like this little book on Amazon. I really love it. I'm gonna get it. It's like, I personally already do this kind of. I have back at home in Belgium, I have this like envelopes where I put all my cash and I write down for what the cash is for. For example, like spare, or like for my business, or like a camera I would like to buy. And I name every single envelope and put the cash in there. But now you also have like this like kind of like planners with all like plastic wrap, plastic separation things, I don't know how you call it, with like cards that you can write things in, and everything is like bundled in one little map, one little like book, and you can put all your cash in it and like all structured, like car expenses, groceries, like car expenses, for example, going out with friends, extra money, spare money, treat yourself once in a while money. So yeah, that's really, really nice. And you get that little structure and like that little game of going well with money and learning how to get away with money in a good way. And I feel like I'm already good at this, but it can always be better. And so I'm very happy that like I'm at the other side of the world, right? Like I said, and it's just very nice to have like this little insight, like instant insight of like the dates, what I've spent on, and then the amount of the things I've been spending on. And then you have like all the way down, you have the total option, and then you can like write down the total. And so you only need to look at the bottom when you want to look back to your expenses. And so you can kind of like after a whole year, you can like kind of know how much you've been spending for a whole year. And I think that's so interesting to know and do things differently the next year, for example. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this planner. We are Wednesday, exactly. So I actually should write down. I will do it live with you guys. I should actually write down what my plan is today, even though we're already in the day. Like I said, I'm not the best at it yet. Please be a little like soft on me on here. I'm giving advice, but also because I'm giving advice to myself, and I would love to share with you what I'm going through right now in this phase of my life. So we're in this together, which is even more fun. I feel very supported. So I'm always writing in black. I love black. It's so neat, it's so minimal, and I feel like, I don't know, it really fits me. So it is almost 3 p.m. So I'm gonna write down, and I'm filming my podcast. I know this is like kind of the other way around. It shouldn't be like this, but it is just to get in that energy. And eventually I will get better at this, and I will be so good that I will like really planning ahead what I'm doing, and I will follow what I'm doing, right? So I will get things done even quicker than before. So that's exactly what I want to do. That's exactly my goal. But now it's just to get into that energy, right? So filming my podcast, right? So before I did groceries and I was like between 10 and 11. And after my podcast, I would love to edit some photos. So that would be around 4 or 5, let's say. I don't know, 4 or 5. I'm going to have a break. I'm going to eat something. So 4 or 5 p.m. editing photos, right? And then I will start doing dinner. Well, okay, I'm going to do like... and I can even like plan out my dinner so I don't need to think about it anymore. And like... So I don't need to put that energy that I can use for something else. So for example, like in the morning or like the day ahead, I can already like think about what I would like to eat in the evening and I will write it down. So I don't need to think about it. Like, what was it again that I was planning to eat? Oh, shoot, I don't remember anymore. And then, yeah, so let's say, what am I going to eat tonight? I think I might eat some chicken. So let's say around 6 or 7. Chicken with, I want something fresh. With salad, like a Caesar. I love a good Caesar. Very happy with this. Very happy with this. So guys, I really recommend you to stick to it and really try to get the habit of writing in a planner and plan things out. It's going to give you a better vision about things. It's going to give you that little satisfaction as well every time you're writing in it, and that's what we're all doing it for. That's the energy we want to get into. All right. I even typed out everything I wanted to say in this episode, and I feel like I'm not really following what I wrote, but it's all about being more prepared when I do something, because sometimes I get even more tired by talking in front of my camera, having a whole episode filmed, and it's feeling so chaotic and it's feeling like so overwhelming that it's like taking times to open up my computer and finally start editing the episode, because I don't even know what I need to start. But now everything is more structured and it's going to be even more easier for me to edit, well, hopefully, and give you guys as well like more structured way of going through my topics. So yeah, so consistency is key. If you're not showing up every single day, you're not building momentum. And if you don't have a clear routine, it's easy to get lost or feel like you're not moving forward fast enough, like feeling like you're just going in circles. And that's exactly how I feel. I also wrote down why routines matter. Look, guys, I used to be so stubborn about having a routine. I was like, I don't need a routine. I'm a creative, I'm an artist, like I need to go with the flow. I don't need a routine. Like, I don't need it. I don't like routines. It's boring. It's like the feeling of reliving your days every single day again. And I hate that feeling. I don't want to have like that feeling of getting trapped in like reliving my moments every single day again and again. It's like, I can't. But over time, I've realized that routines actually give you more freedom, because you don't always have to think about those things anymore. You don't really have to think about those things anymore. Wow. Okay. Well, when you don't have to think about all those little things about, for example, okay, so what to do next, what are we going to do tomorrow, what are we going to eat, what's for lunch, what's for dinner, what are we going to eat for breakfast, what are we going to do today after work, blah, 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 all this kind of stuff. Then you have much more mental space for other things, more important things, or things to work on your vision and your goals. So when you give more space to your brain for the more important things, when you don't need to think about the little things, it's going to give you more energy and time to spend on the things you want to spend. So I wrote down it's not just about having a routine. It's about building habits that's aligned with your goals. When you consistently show up for yourself, aka being loyal to yourself, even in small ways, you're getting the foundation for bigger achievements. I wanted to show you guys what I also meant with I love brainstorming. I love making these spider webs, these spider words. Like I need to have one look and already like understand what I'm going. And it's giving me more like rest and peace in my mind. So I'm gonna show you what I actually mean. Also, by the way, isn't this cover, the cover of this book, insane? And it's like velvety. It like feels so soft. I really love this one. And when I look at this book, I'm getting so inspired. I'm like getting drawn to the book, and that's also so important. Just so make sure that you're looking for a cover of a book that really inspires you and wants you to keep on writing in it, right? And yeah, I think this one is ideal. I used to make my spider words in like these A3 paper, these like huge papers. And I really loved it because I could like write like very like big and like in every corner and like get like a whole system. But I couldn't like bring it with me to Australia because it took so much space. But I really felt like I really needed my book, because I was feeling like so overwhelmed and stressed, and all of the information I got and the emotions, and I was losing myself a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. And I was like, okay, maybe I will need to look for another book where I can start making my spider words again. This is what I mean with spider words. It looks like a spider somehow. Most of the time it's like giving it a title, a main topic, and that's going to be in the middle. Most of the time it's going to be in the middle of the paper, and from then you're going to make like little parts, and these parts are getting more and more little separations and talking about other things. And trust me, sometimes it happens that I even see patterns, and then I mark these words that are coming back, and I see that subconsciously I was having a pattern, and I was learning so much out of it. I got like even responses to deep questions I was like looking for, and sometimes I'm even getting like responses that I wasn't looking for, but I really get it, and I'd be like, wow, this is so insightful. Like, I'm understanding my brain works, I'm understanding how I work, I'm understanding myself on a deeper level since I'm doing spider words. And I'm so thankful, because this is my way of being more structured in my life, and this also helped me so much every single time to stay calm and get myself out of tough situations or situations that got me stressed out. And it also helps me with having this vision when I'm losing myself and don't know what I want to do anymore, who I want to be anymore. Like sometimes you really have like these moments, these periods in life that you just like give up. You feel like your mind and energy is like giving up on you and your dreams. You'd be like, oh well, like, does it really matter? Like, is it really something I want to do? And then you're getting stressed out because you feel like, what is my purpose then, right? And this is really coming in handy every single time I have like this little dark moment, this little crisis, and I just write everything down, pros, cons, my dreams, what I think I want to do. And from then I just like create and like have other answers, and it's getting all clear again, it all put together, and everything is starting to make sense. So yeah guys, we're coming to the end of this video. That was a lot, wasn't it, hey? I feel like I'm really getting somewhere. I feel like I'm really getting on track, and I'm so proud of myself. And And I'm also proud of you guys. I really feel like if you clicked on this video and if you stayed till the end, congratulations, you are doing amazing. The fact that you realize you may need some more structure is huge. The fact that you acknowledging that you may be like a little more or too chaotic in life and that you need to readapt yourself a little bit, well done. Sometimes it's something that you don't really see for yourself or don't want to believe that you need more structure and a routine in life. So yeah, that's really like good to acknowledge it and work through it towards that. It's all about boss girl energy. It's all about setting a plan, locking in, and yeah, becoming the best version of yourself. Let me know what steps you're gonna take in the comments below. I'm very, very excited to hear your visions and your ideas and your ways of structure in your life. Maybe I'm gonna get inspired by you guys. So yeah, let me know and I can't wait to read it. Until next time.